Hi class, welcome to week 2. This video is going to take you through the assignments that are going to be in week 2. You have a very big week, and so I want to help map it out for you. First of all, let's go into what is due. This coming up, we have Chapter 3 associated work and Chapter 4 associated work. That is self-contained at this point. You kind of know we're going to have a Learn Smart, we're going to have an activity associated with those, and then what I want to focus this video on is the 2 assignments that we have. I want to start with the Assess My Diet and Diet Evaluation. I have changed the due dates on these. Originally, they were due on Wednesday, and they are now due on Sunday. In my opinion, you're going to need just a little bit more time, and I don't want you to feel too cramped. This is going to give you the opportunity to assess your diet for 3 days. You have to measure and record all of your food. This is not time to impress me. No one is going to see this but me, but you are going to record all of your food in the NutriCalc Plus system, and then you are going to plug in your numbers, and you're going to get an idea of where you stand as far as what types of macronutrients are you over and under eating, and so on. And so you want to do these 2 simultaneously. The big part of this is you have to turn in your reports on this. And so be really clear, if you don't turn in your reports, this ends up being almost a 0. And so make sure that you do not skip that step. In this, you will also be taught how to set up NutriCalc Plus. You do not need a registration code. You access NutriCalc Plus with your password and your email that you signed up with Connect, okay? And so definitely take the time to go through these. As I said, they're not due until Sunday. That being said, 2 pieces of that you will have to analyze your diet for 72 straight hours and then do this homework. In addition to that, you have a discussion board associated with this. I will place a link into your folder, but let's just go into that discussion board so you can see it. So we see here, your original post is due by Wednesday at midnight, and then your peer responses are due by Sunday at midnight. You need to have gotten far enough on your own self-evaluation to be able to complete this discussion board effectively. You should see this under your teams. I will also place a link in the weekly folder. The other key thing I want to mention about teamwork, if you are a non-participatory team member after this week and you did not participate last week, I am going to remove you from the team, and you can then contact me if you would like to do individual work. We do not let our teammates down. That's not how we're going to roll in this class. And so we're going to work with each other. This is one of the keys to being an adult, and I think it's important to practice. And so I just keep that in mind moving forward, that you want to be a good teammate. Treat other people like you want to be treated. So let's go back into weekly folders. The next assignment that you're going to do, as I said, this is a big week. Start today and work every day. When I say 14 to 18 hours, this is an 18-hour week, okay? And so let's go into Eat Clean, Live Dirty. This is one of my favorite podcasts of all time. I'm going to, within the next week, put up a button right here to give you kind of all my faves. This one is one of those that I feel like partly changed my life, and so I love sharing it. It might be nice to watch this video before you watch this. This is closely associated with Chapter 4, as we have a small discussion in Chapter 4 about the microbiome. I think the microbiome deserves far more than a very small section in a textbook, and that's why we spend the time on it. So here, what's important for this? Here is the link to your podcast. This podcast is about 2 hours long, and so you need to take the time. In addition, you need to take notes. So this podcast, like I said, you will need to take notes on. What I've given you here is a PDF that has a few highlights on it to help you organize your notes. And so you can see here that we have one page that says microbiome, one page that says pregnancy, early childhood. We have prebiotic, probiotic nutrition, antibiotic, and interesting to you. This, you do not have to use it. I recommend it just because it makes things a little bit easier, but this is just an idea for you to organize your notes as you're listening to a podcast, because when you're trying to take notes from just someone talking, it makes it a little bit more challenging. For the assignment, you are going to complete this journal. All my expectations are listed. Key points, write directly into the journal. Attach your notes for me to look at. That's just fine. 3, you are going to do a research article to support something that you found interesting to you and give me a small summary of it. You need to attach the article. Do not provide me a link. Most of your links I have to log into the CW library for. It actually makes it hard to do. So go ahead and just attach it to the journal. So you're typing your answers directly into the journal, you are attaching your notes, and you are attaching your journal article. Okay, this is assignment's worth 50 points. It's fairly steep in point value, but the work is there. And so I think at that point, that really takes us through the work this week. Please let me know if you have questions, and have a great week. Get started now.